Alrighty guys, welcome on back to some more Tales of Arise. Last episode, we finally got all 6 of our party members for the game and decided to move on to our next region. But before that, we had a ton of side quests to complete around the region, most of which included defeating giant Zoogles, and we still have one left. We gotta go fight the giant dragon. But before that, if you guys do like this video and this series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out, and it'll help make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So as far as I remember, to get the dragon, we have to get into fights with enemies. So let's just go ahead and start with doing that. So I made a mistake. I forgot to unpause my recording and went and beat this dragon. It was like a 10-ish minute fight. And I beat it, looked down, and saw that my recording was paused. So we're going to do this again. We're going to head over here to the boar enemies. Because we don't actually have to chain fights. We just have to be in the fight with the boars. And I didn't use a single item this entire fight. And we only had like one character go down one time. So we're going to see if we can have as clean of a run as I had whenever I was dumb and for whatever reason stopped clicking, didn't resume my recording. So, he's going to try to use a spell immediately. We're just going to ignore that for now. And it looks like he's not even attacking me. He went for Shionne, which does suck that he went for Shionne immediately. Because Shionne is a counter to the dragon. But Dolahim luckily should get Shionne up here. Maybe. This is not a great opening, I will admit. There we go. We get Rinwell, or we get Shionne back up, though, which is nice. Go ahead and just use Alphen here. This is where Shionne is good, is when he's flying, when the enemy's flying like that. Wow. Way worse opening than what I had in my one that we didn't see. The good thing is he's probably going to target me with this spell, which is fine. We can just dodge that attack. But it does look like we're going to have to use a... might have to use an item on this one. Let's see if I can clean this up here. I think Shionne got Rinwell up. Yes, she did. Okay, here we go. Now we can stop playing around. So in my first run of this dragon, I shot the dragon down immediately and it never... There we go. It should never fly again. It should stay down the rest of the fight, which is really good. The thing is, you could fight this dragon before you had Kisara or Dolahim. So they won't actually be using any charge attacks or like the jump attacks that we used on the ape last episode. But still, using characters like Law and Kisara will give us a defense boost there, which isn't bad. The dragon himself isn't terrible. I think I finished the last fight with like 100 CP still remaining. But again, just had a really bad opening start there and had to use 3 recovery items, which is brutal. These attacks are also pretty easy to dodge, and that's like the big attack it does. It'll also do the fire breath attack that we saw at the start of the fight. Oh, this is already more than the dragon flew in my first run. But it does also cast spells, as you saw. Yeah, if you can get those dodges on these claw attacks, you can do a ton of damage to this dragon. Let's go ahead and down the dragon, too. There we go, and there we go, we can use our strike. Volcanic impact. And then I don't need to use my Mystic Art just yet. We can go ahead and do it after we got that midway point break. Get our Scarlet Inferno off, do a good amount of damage to him right off the bat. Call Law in. And let's see, dodge. I'm still holding off on both Rinwell and Shionne because for whatever reason, the boss really likes to use... Here's its breath weapon. You can just kind of attack from behind and you should be fine. It hits like a really big arc in front of it and it will kill pretty much any party member it hits. There we go. Got a core break again. I think the boss was pretty easy. I think it was honestly, at least my first attempt, the easiest out of all the bosses we fought here in this like little post-game section, or this post-area section rather. It hasn't even done its awakening yet, which is kind of impressive. There we go, we get another break. And then we'll call in Kasara, get a defense buff. With Alphen, we can just immediately knock it back down. Use Dolahim. It is a level 26, so it is the and a fire type, so it is the same level as the boar that we fought. Oh boy, that's fine. We took a little bit of damage there, but uh-oh. Please, Dolahim, move. Dolahim, move. That's fine. He didn't die. That's all that mattered. Okay, there we go. Now he's doing his overdrive. I don't know if he does a guaranteed spell here or not. Ooh, boy. I think, yep. But there we go. He only did it one time. There's our Radiant Genesis, and there's the Dragon Beat for real this time. I actually think it was quicker than my first attempt because I knew what I was doing. But there we go. We get an Astral Flower. And we can report back to the client now. We get a Keen Gigafang, but I don't think there was any special loot we got there. Let's go ahead and just head back to Vicent, and we can report on our way to our next zone as well. Because that is unless a new side quest pops up, that's all the side quests in this region. I am low on CP, but we'll see if we can get a early campsite in the next location.
How's this?
Welcome back. You take care of that pesky Zoogle flying around for me?
Yeah.
You bet. It won't be giving you any more problems. You did? Damn, that's seriously impressive. In that case, this bounty here is all yours. Go on, take it. Now I wish there were more Zoogles with big bounties attached for us to get rich off of. I'm sure if you ever did something bad, you get a huge bounty on your head real quick, kid.
All right.
If that happens, I'll take responsibility and bring him down myself. You can send the money to whomever he ends up causing trouble.
Hey!
Stop acting like I'm going to turn into a criminal. Well, anyway, because of you folks, the highway is that much safer to traverse now. So thanks. There we go. We get some Gald and 325 SP. And I believe that is Law gets the Bounty Hunter emblem. Increasing his max AG by 1. We also have reduced awakening requirements, which is pretty solid. Increased boost gauge from enemy down, so we will of course pick that up. Strengthened counter edge and easier over limit. Honestly, grab increased boost strike damage. There we go. We could spend more of this, but let's see if there's anything worth using right now. Let's do... pick up Stardust. This gives us a defense boost. AG restored by perfect evading just because. For her, let's grab KO prevention, which will give us elemental defense plus 10. And then that's really all we need there. Rinwell. Celestial Hammer. And then for you, we will grab... now we want to hold off. We want to pick up all those. I think Kasara can get Strengthened Guard. Easier party member over limit. That's what I wanted. And then we'll just grab Increased Max AG. And there we go. I do want to go do the arena, but I think we'll come back once we get to the next town. Because I'm not confident I'm strong enough to just beat all the arenas, especially with characters I've never played as. So I'd prefer to have a little bit of a crutch of having an XP bonus there, a level above what's the minimum requirement is. So with that, let's go ahead and move on to our next region. This is still technically the same area or the same region, but we are in the Talca Pond Road. There is an owl nearby. I'm going to just avoid the boars. I have fought too many of those guys. Let's grab that. Potato, and another potato.
They try to get in our way.
Over here, we have... oh, I was going to say, this seems like a perfect place for the owl. There's a red jasmine. And then Hoodle's getting mad. That owl must be around here somewhere. I don't hear it hooing. Nope, there it is. I see it. We'll fight the boars real quick. Get the launch. Ooh, Seismic Rupture. New skill for Dolahim there. Let's do insane damage. These guys are a joke at this point. I always like fighting the basic enemies once we finish their location because of just how much stronger we are. You saw there I had that in-air dodge. It'll actually help you get closer to the enemy as well.
Our healing arts last?
And
Hoo-hoo.
woohoo, we get the devil tail.
Hoo.
Please don't turn around.
Hoo-hoo. Look, Hoodle.
There we go.
One of your buddies.
That is one. I think that's actually every owl in this location. And with that, we can go ahead and move forward. I think Dolahim's ability in the field,
There's something in the water.
which we'll actually find about soon. I believe his is the thing that lets us grow plants.
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond, and it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and eyes.
Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
And finally, we can fish. Remember all those piers at dead ends we saw? Yep, it was for fishing. Various fishing points are scattered around Dahna, which contain different species of fish to cook, or catch. These fish can then be used in cooking, sold for gald, or even unlock new titles. So don't hesitate to try new fishing holes when you find them. Fishing consists of 4 steps: casting a line, luring fish, hooking them, and then reeling them in. For more information about these steps, consult the fishing controls topic. So yeah, if it didn't say it was related to a title, I would completely avoid fishing.
Where should I cast
But unfortunately, it
my line?
is related to a title. I saw bubbles right over here, so let's go ahead and cast our lure. We can do a soft shake, which is going to try to lure some fish in. You can see on the left, we're basically trying to match that center white line there. There we go.
There we go.
When we get a fish on the line, we just hold whatever direction it tells me to hold while clicking A, I believe. Do I have to tap A or hold A? And we can pull this way. Pull again.
I'll let you
And I lost the fish. I hate fishing minigames. Have I ever told you guys that? In no game have I ever liked the fishing minigames. Soft shake, soft shake. I don't know what I'm doing here, honestly. So they like A instead. There we go. RB. Left. Right. RT. RT. Right. There we go. We caught a fish.
We can get a good meal out of this
Yippee!
fella.
A
That
Dahna
looks like a
bass. Rarity
Good
number
catch.
1. I will not be doing this for very long. If I want to fish, I will have an entire fishing
And
episode.
that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins.
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Okay.
Hey, you look like you know your way with a rod. I've been fishing a long time and have built up a good collection of equipment for it. I'll share it with you if you're interested. I just want one thing in exchange. All I ask is for you to show me records of any fish you catch. The more you catch, the more equipment I'll hook you up with. If you need anything, I'm always here. Don't be afraid to come up and talk to me. Fishing Expert. The fishing expert found at Talca Pond can teach you the basics about fishing. If you show him your fishing notes, he'll tell you where to go catch fish that you haven't found, as well as giving you new fishing gear based on how much you've caught. We start with Miguel's Rod, a beginner's popper, and a quest complete, an invitation to fish. No SP or Gald, though. And for catching our first fish, we get the skilled angler emblem for Kisara, faster AG recovery, as well as easier overlimit, KO prevention, mid-air evasion, and igneous discharge. Let's see, who all needs to catch fish? Not Law, at least not yet. Not Dolahim, at least not yet. Not Rinwell. And, ooh, we need to cook a roasted chicken. Okay. So it's just Kisara. Hopefully it's only ever Kisara. So yeah, if you talk to him, he can basically give you, if you show him your fishing notes, he'll tell you where there's new fish you haven't caught. If you catch 2 more, he'll give you something. Again, I'll be covering all of this. Maybe we'll cover it going forward, and we'll eventually come back and do some of the old fishing. Now, of course, we don't have any CP to deal with that guy, so we'll just run up here first. Is this supposed to be dialogue? Oh, there we go.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it.
Rinwell is a child, right? That's crazy. We do have an event, but we'll go ahead and watch it first before we rest at the camp.
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
I looked it up. Yes, Rinwell is like 14. She is a child. Let's go ahead and rest at camp. And can I make that roast chicken? Let's see. Roasted chicken. No, I cannot. So we still got to find that recipe, unfortunately. I do want to make... Oh, I wanted to make this, but I need a sea bream. EXP boost would be really good going forward. Very unfortunate. I'm not like super pumped about any of these. So let's just make defense up again with Kisara.
Guaranteed.
I'll need to figure out how to get that sea bream.
I'll see you again tomorrow.
I'm assuming it's through fishing because getting that EXP up is going to be good going forward. I mean, it's unfortunate because then you don't get the boosts, but I think it's still pretty solid. Go ahead and use our CP here to heal the soldier. And we get an infantry shield. That's just a better weapon. Oh, it's so bad. What? It's got to be used to be upgraded or something into something really strong. But there we... I mean, that was worse than her default weapon. That's crazy. With that, we can go ahead and move forward into our next area. We have to go underground again? No, this time it doesn't look like it. This is Mount Diara, the mountain trail.
I just noticed none of you other Dahnans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Dahnan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Dahnan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Dahnans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Dahnans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
I hear a dragon over... Yeah, I was like, I hear the wing beating every time we came out of that. All right, let's go ahead and fight our new bird enemies, the Archer Hawks. We'll just open with Shionne, because they made the mistake of starting off flying. They are wind-based, so unfortunately I don't have anything, but I'm pretty sure all my arts users have something. We'll use Dolahim here, even though I think we are very soon going to be learning about his actual specialty. I have Xion's ability already. I kind of don't want to use it on at least this one. I want to see if Dolahim can get it with Law. And we'll go ahead and just use... Oh boy, we'll use Xion anyways to get the down. But I was surprised I got my ability there. I'm trying to use my... There we go. I was like, I'm trying to use my Mystic Arts. I always hold it, and I know you're just supposed to click it, like after you execute a arts, but I hold it because it also works, but sometimes it doesn't, and wish I could say why. But my answer is, sometimes it doesn't. Radiant Genesis.
We
can go ahead and pick up an inhibitor crystal, brand new type of crystal right there. And then we will... Ooh, a new type of berserkers. Oh, here we go. This is a pain. Why can't the Zoogle stand still?
All right.
Perhaps it's time I deploy my secret weapon. I'll stop it right where it stands. Here we go. Dolahim's boost attack, Pre-Hinder. He grows vines from the ground to ensnare enemies and strike them. Effective on fleet-footed enemies, this nullifies their evasive abilities and downs them. So yeah, some even enemies will try to avoid your attacks. You can't really tell unless you... Well, pretty much it's any quick enemy, but you can see there that little upwards turned arrow. That means they're a fleet-footed enemy, and unlike pretty much any other one, you don't have to wait for them to be doing a certain attack. You will just do it, and it will affect them. His boost attack is a Pre-Hinder. When fast enemies like wolves or monkeys appear, send in Dolahim. His boost attack will nullify their evasive abilities and keep them from dodging attacks. It will, of course, knock them down, and it does keep them from dodging attacks. But honestly, I think at this point, every enemy you'll fight will have some sort of weakness. I think the only instance that wouldn't be the case will be like, if you're fighting the basic Renin soldiers, I don't think they'll have a weakness. But pretty much anything else you'd fight going forward will either be flying or will have fleet-footed or magic. And even then, yeah, the Renin soldiers have magic. Or they'll have shields. Essentially, there will be a counter to every enemy in the game going forward. I don't think there's an instance where that's not the case. So, just try to hold on to it and see what they are weak against. Let's go ahead and finish this off. Oh, here we go. Twin Heavenly Swallow. Fortunately, that means the only one we have not seen now is going to be Kisara, but there's a chance... I'll have to get into another break attack, but there's a chance I can hold left trigger and choose Kisara.
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Dahna relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renins first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renin who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renins have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Dan in history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
We get the Crocodile Crusher. So this is actually our first introduction to artifacts. Artifacts confer special effects simply by having them, some of which serve as bonuses that can be enjoyed after clearing the game. You can toggle each of these effects on or off from the artifact effect list. And we get, these are additional art panels. This is from the Crocodile tablet we got there. You can now set 6 additional arts. Press Y on the art screen to switch between panels. Arts that are set to the second panel can be executed by pressing left trigger and either Y, X, or A. And for getting our first artifact, we get the Treasure Hunter emblem for Dohalim, giving him faster AG recovery, increased rod extension time limit, increased normal attack limit, increased rod extension attack, and AG restored by perfect, evading, and guarding. All of these are really, really good. I'm just going to pick up the increased rod extension time limit. And when we get 8 artifacts, we'll get another one. So we actually get an artifact for just having free DLC in this game. So that's how I've already been able to talk about it, the unknown difficulty and very easy difficulty. But the first official one is the Crocodile Crusher, meaning so that way we have an art set +1. I believe we can turn that off, but I'm not going to, because it's... When you get the artifacts, you either get them like by finding them in chests or from side quests or through the main story. But essentially it will let us have a second set of arts list. So I really only need to worry about Alphen right now, but let me see what I want to throw on here. Let's do Megas. Ooh, actually, let me do a launch attack here. No, I actually don't want to launch attack because we'll throw Lightning Thrust on. For my X, let's do Mega Sonic Thrust. And then I want to do Eternal Devastation. So that way I have my Earth damage. Because he really only has Earth, Wind, and Lightning. So this kind of covers everything. And then for my mid-air ones, I can do Stardust, Hurricane Thrust, and not really a reason to have any other ones. So we'll just do Mirage. And there we go.
We're still...
You also could see my field guide. We have the fishing notes now. This is just going to go over all the fish you can get. There are 44 fish in the game. I will be catching them all at some point, just not at a very quick pace. And we only have one other thing for Dohalim to teach us. I just don't know if he's going to be teaching us in this area or not. Right there is a peach gel we can pick up. And we have some rice. It might look like wheat. I actually thought we were just going to be grabbing wheat right there, but nope. We can go ahead and run forward over here. We will have a new enemy type. These are just harder versions of the Earth Core. These are tempestuous masses. So instead of being Earth, they are wind-based ones. And, okay, there we go. I was wondering if we... Ooh, that's fine. I made the mistake of not canceling out one of their arts, but that's fine. I'll keep an eye on it this time. Let's have... Nope. Rinwell, cancel that. Good stuff. And then, as it said, Shionne, can you handle that? Unfortunately, I did not get it quick enough. Now you can see all the combos and stuff we're going to be doing with these characters. I mean, we can just do some absolutely insane stuff. Like, these guys are technically not weak to anything, but if I wanted to, Mega Sonic Thrust, Lightning Thrust, and then I can do regular attacks here. You can just start chaining some crazy combos together. Unfortunately, we're playing as one of the easiest characters to play as, so really our only goal is to dodge and counter as many attacks as possible. But, I mean, everything's still good. Ow. Let's get the launch here. I do want to try to see if I can get the boost attack. Oh, nope. He dodged that. Let's get Dohalim in here. Again, so he cannot dodge attacks. You can see there exactly what that is. Let's see. I was trying to see if I could swap to Law for the boost attack. Ow, that's an enemy attack, and I knew it was, and I still went for it. Okay, yes, Law can still combo. So, I really just need to hope Law and Hisara combo together. I just want to show off all of theirs at least once. There's a level up for Shionne and Law, I think. Then right here, we can pick up a chest for 7,300 gold. This looks like a place that an owl would be. I really thought that was an owl. There's just a ton of those light bulbs up top. I think those are flowers, actually. Over here is a crystal with an astral ore. And then I don't believe there's anything else around here besides these enemies, so let's just deal with them real quick.
Got a really bad feeling about this.
Shionne, let's see if we can hit all 3 of them. I think we did. Perfect. And because we have Eternal Devastation, we can do some earth damage to these guys as well. Have Shionne immediately come back in. Eternal Devastation. There we go. Really good combos there. And because Shionne increases boost gauge upon downing enemies, whenever she uses her boost gauge, she just does, she gets it back immediately pretty much, as long as she's downing like multiple enemies. Let's see. No, I didn't want to do that. That's fine though. I was a little bit too late. I was trying to use, actually don't even, I just clicked down instinctually because I was trying to show off Doleem's skills earlier. That's a little up for Alphen and Kisara. Rinwell and Dohalim are just a little bit far behind, but we have our max battle chain. Let's see if we can keep that going for a little while. There are some more peppers. We've been fighting those for a while. And go ahead and fight some more of these tempestuous masses. Rinwell, do me a favor. Cancel that out. These guys are weak to earth, so Eternal Devastation is going to be pretty solid here. Twin Heavenly Swallow. I have a feeling we're going to have issues trying to get Kisara to combo with Loth for whatever reason. And it's not like we have worse odds for them to... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Worth. That hurts so bad. Let's just have Rinwell cancel that. And Shionne, go ahead and get the break there. Love when enemies have 2 weaknesses that can pretty much always be exploited, because it's very easy. And we'll just deal with this last one. Eternal Devastation. I think we're going to kill, yeah, before we get another boost attack. Eventually, I won't have to worry about showing everybody off.
You can ease off yourself.
The kettle black.
And we'll just go ahead and run forward, and I believe to the left is another optional area. So go ahead and dip down here first, where we have 2 more of these tempestuous masses and an archer hawk. Don't really have anything great here, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and use Alphen. Get some downs really early. I'm standing right inside this man and I can't get out. Okay, there we go. Here we go, Mystic Art. Let's see if there's enough to kill. Well, it was enough to get my boost attack. But it was also enough to kill. No, I was so close and then he threw up this dumb shield. I would have been fine. I would have been able to see if I get Law's ability. I think I'm going to do too much damage here. Yep.
Thank you.
Nicely done.
And we can grab this rock for an opal mass as well as copper chunks. Those sell for a little bit more than the iron chunks did. In here is an orange gel. And then 3 of these guys. Let's use Dohalim immediately. Okay, we got 2 of them, which is still not bad. Not insane, but definitely could be worse. Let's see how quickly I can... I didn't want to do that. I wanted to use Kisara, but that's fine. There are a lot of buttons to keep track of. I will almost guaranteed use the wrong button combo at least once or twice. Please don't throw the wind down right here, man. I'm glad I got this. I don't know if the Astral Mass is still over there doing its thing. I'm not going to be able to deal with him. Oh boy. Let's go ahead and focus on this one. I know I have Dohalim's thing built up. There we go. Mass devastation. We finally got to see all the different combos of all of our characters. And I don't believe there are any other ones. I think that actually is all of them. Go ahead and use Dohalim's ability there. There we go.
Our work is done here.
In here...
I'm right behind you, Shionne.
I saw it before we fought them. There we go. I knew there was a chest around here somewhere. We get a stone wing mantle, which I think is for him. Unfortunately, we just bought that topaz cape too, but hey, it helped us in a couple fights. I'll just go ahead and leave through here. I think I'm going to lose my battle chain, unfortunately. I could use an item to keep it going, but it's not that important. We'll rebuild it up soon enough.
Ruins here too, I see.
Back here is nothing. Okay, we got a couple different directions we can go. Let's start by just wrapping around this area. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places to go. Let's go ahead and just start wrapping around this main area, clearing out all the enemies. Open with Shionne. Cancel that. And then Eternal Devastation. We're going to have to take one of these attacks here, unfortunately. He's actually not targeting me, so never mind. No, it was so close. Oh, we can just spam up. I never have to worry about it ever again. Since I don't think there's an actual difference to their abilities. And Alphen's almost always going to do the most damage anyways. Come on, keep comboing. I might actually click down. I'm so used to clicking down after, like... We were pretty much always trying to get the person that was assigned to down their boost attack. So, that might end up happening. Don't want to go that way just yet. Let's go this way first. Some Archer Hawks. We'll open with Alphen just because Shionne is not ready. And then Eternal Devastation. I like using Dohalim's ability, even if it isn't effective against these guys. Ooh, that was really solid. Because I used a Demon Fang, so it followed the enemy there. Complete accident, by the way. But it was cool. Yeah, this poor Hawk, man. He doesn't stand a chance.
Consider yourself finished. Now, you're mine.
Hey, anybody want to help me here? Thank you. Volcanic Impact.
So, fire and
Over here, we can get some more rice.
A perfect
and a red sage. And then nothing else over here, so let's go ahead and jump down because it's going to take me to a new area, which is, ooh, a branching path, which I'm guessing probably has a giant Zoogle at the end of it. So let's go ahead and just follow through here. Some tempestuous masses, open with Shionne. Ooh, we did hit that guy way out there. That's solid. Impact cross. And then this is the one we were targeting, and we hit with Shionne. And only one more. Hey guys, can I help? I know you guys are absolute monsters over here doing everything by yourself, but I like to be involved. Did I see something in this room? I guess not. I thought I did at first. Up ahead, we have somebody we can heal. And she gives us a Raging Storm Beak. We'll get on CP. Oh no, that we just lost a lot more there. There's an inhibitor crystal. I can't tell what's up there. It's a red chest, which means I'm guessing there probably is a giant Zoogle just past it. Since I'm guessing there is, let's go ahead and try to charge up our combo meter before we get over there, just to like do a ton of damage when we get there. Block him, help out, and keep my combo meter going. I think this is one of my favorite, the Divine Phoenix Cyclone. I don't think that'll ever change. I think it's just so sick. And there we go. This might be enough to get rid of all three of the remaining ones. Yes, it is. See, I know for sure it's the two closest to me.
Need to be stronger.
There's a level up for Shionne up to level 25. And we have our max combo meter going. We have those mushrooms. Right here is an inhibitor crystal. And then just 2 of these guys to go through. Can I open with Dohlim? Yes, I can. Did I hit them both? No, I didn't. That's unfortunate. That really sucks. Crescent Flash, new art for Dohlim there. I'm going to go ahead and just combo into Alphen there. Fortunately, I didn't hit the one guy that I couldn't really do anything against. But let's just do some combos here. And then Mystic Art. Maybe? There we go. Got rid of one of them, and now... Don't know why I couldn't damage him there. There we go. We get a level up for Alphen and Rinwell, I believe, right there. We get a scaled crystal and inhibitor crystal, both level 2. Wow, there isn't a giant Zoogle. It was just a ton of enemies to get here. Fine by me. Shionne, go ahead and just do this. Down them both. We'll have both these guys come in here to help with some combos. And there we go. Immediately open with the Supreme Altar. And then Rinwell, you want to cancel that for me? Ow. Dohlim, get in there. Get him to cut that out. Oh, I think he was mid-dodge when I used my Astral Arts last time. I think that's why he wasn't taking damage as soon as we got out of it. There we go. That's that little tunnel area cleared out. Level 25 for Kisara. We can open this chest for a Stonewing Mage coat. Better gear for you, which is great because you are a glass cannon. And nothing else down here, so we'll go ahead and return up once more. And there were still 2 branching paths up here, right? Because there's down this way and there's down over there. So I'll start by going this left path, and I'll probably check out down here and then go back up and see. I mean, obviously one of these is probably not an actual path. It's probably like this where it says it's a new zone, but it's not really. Either that or it'll stop me. So let's start just by going left. And we'll ignore these guys for now, because we're going to come back there anyways. Pick up those peppers. Ooh. Jump down here. We'll come back for you guys here in a second. Right there is an opal mass. And in here, that's a lot of these guys. We'll just deal with them. 5 tempestuous masses, huh? Shionne, you want to go crazy here? Well, not if you face that direction. That's fine. Go crazy there with Alphen. And then just do a ton of damage, because I don't think I'm able to do anything really too insane here without anybody's boost gauges being up. We might take a ton of damage from these guys, though, because they're all casting arts, and there's not really a way for me to cancel it, unfortunately. Get rid of that shield. Did that really not cancel his art? Oh, there we go. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Get out of there. Shionne, deal with that. Thank you. This might be enough. No, there's one that was completely unhurt. Okay. Well, unfortunately for him, he's the last one left. And there we go. All right, over here is a crystal with an inhibitor crystal level 4. That was also a level up for Dohlim. And up ahead is another injured person. Okay, we'll help you out, man, but I'm real low on CP, so you guys got to stop being injured. We get a Tempest Stone level 4. And that was it. It was all just to save that guy. I mean, I guess worth, because Shionne has the ability when we save a certain amount of people. Like, come on. Okay, so I'm convinced down there is for sure the way to go. So let's head back up and go left then. It's because we can come from 2 different directions, which typically means that that's the proper way to go. So
Through
let's go ahead and head to the
most
left
verdant
instead.
green, my eyes alight for sights unseen.
And this does take us to a new zone that lets us go to other
Immense,
zones. We'll just turn back around.
Pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
But up
That's
here,
not for me to say.
we have a stone with inhibitor crystal. And then up even more is another ore with an inhibitor crystal and opal mass. And let's see where this takes me. Huh. Where am I? So I've changed my mind, and this is for sure where I want to go, because there's a rest spot back there. We got a fast travel point, so we can always come back. Let me turn around. Let's go ahead and just head back down the mountain. And let's see where that other direction takes me. We still haven't learned about Dohalim's field skill. I was actually thinking that Rinwell didn't have one either, but I believe her field skill is technically just Hootle. Being able to let us know if there is a owl nearby. Jump down. And yeah, those were the hawks we saw. We could have jumped down from over there. Nothing else. Hootle should be acting up though, right? No, Hootle didn't act up when we first got here. So I guess there isn't another one.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Well, considering there's a cutscene here, I'm convinced this might be the way forward, but I'm gonna go forward anyways.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
All right, let's see what's down this path. Yeah, this is definitely the way to go.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag-Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting?
Oh, I have max CP. Oh my god, I was like, how am I gonna beat this guy with no CP? Never mind, we're fine. There's a chance this guy has magic, so I'll hold off on using Rinwell. Holy dude. There is also a chance he charges. So I'll hold off on her. Yeah, this guy quick. Oh! 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 I changed my mind. Kisara, come down, please. Why is he only mad at me? Why is he only mad at me? Chill, 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 chill. Help me. Help me. He's quite literally only targeting me. He does not care. Do I have to go through this whole boss fight, or is this one of those ones where I only have to get him down to a certain HP threshold? Because if I have to get him even below half, I might be in trouble. Because this is difficult to... Oh my god, thank god.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shionne, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shionne!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shionne, we thought you were...
I'm fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shionne, are you sure you're okay?
Shionne, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shionne was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shionne to rest.
I'll tell you. Wasn't expecting that, guys. Was not expecting that at all. Are there any fast travel points for me? Nope. Any fast travel points down here? Nope. Well, I am going to keep moving forward. At least till the next zone. We do have an event, but let me see how close I can get before... Oh, there we go. Our fast travel point. Perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead and view our event.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain. But you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
All right, and with that, I think we're going to go ahead and wind things down here. In the next episode, I will go ahead and actually head back up to the ridge of the mountain just to see what's up here. It might stop my progress like somewhere around here, but I am curious what's up there. So, next episode, we will begin with that before we make our way to the next region. I will see you guys then.